Welcome to the channel for the first time viewers. Welcome back for my existing subscribers. Today I wanted to go over some year 6 season 1.3 developer notes and kind of talk about what I think some of these changes are gonna be looking like, right? So definitely it's kind of weird to me, and what stood out to me is that Jaeger is getting a increase to his recoil and a decrease to his capacity size. He already got a nerf to his, well, depending on how you looked at it. A couple seasons ago, it was a nerf and a buff, going from 3-speed to 2-speed to armor. But I really feel like, I don't know, these types of changes are the types of changes that can fundamentally change Siege and make it so that, let's say you're Ash Jaeger main, obviously the running joke is that those are the fraggers and they really just, that's all they play in Siege. But to me, those are two of the most fun operators to play. And Ash without an ACOG, if on a scale of 1 to 5, she went from being a 5 to play with the R4C ACOG to like a 4. And then slowing down the fire rate didn't really do too much. But I feel like it's just one of those things where that was really dope and it was really fun using it. And you can get some really nice clips with that ACOG. But I guess, you know, they wanted to balance the game, and that's fair. I understand. But Jaeger, when they, again, if he was a 5, when they took him down to 2-speed, it was kind of like, when first when he lost his ACOG, that knocked him down to 4, let's be honest. And then when they took him down to 2-speed, it was like, okay, well, it's like a 3.5. But the more they do this, I get that they're balancing out the game for the longevity's sake. But at the same time, I feel like it's a double-edged sword because you're also taking away some of the fun. I don't play Twitch at all. Like, this is unrelated to this this set of patch notes. I don't play Twitch at all because her F2 has way too much recoil. It has less ammo. It's just not worth it to me. And I'm not trying to learn this aggressive recoil mitigation pattern. Like, no, I'm all set. I'll just use somebody different. Plus, her drone gets shot out like immediately once they see it anyways. So it's not like I was doing much with her. But that was the operator that I used to main. It was my favorite op. Even when people try to speed lock Ash, I'd be like, it doesn't even matter because I got Twitch. But now it's like one of those things where she exists. Plus, she doesn't have her ACOG, so there's just no advantage to her, in my opinion. The gun is still good. It's not that it's a bad gun, but there's Zofia in the game. There's so many more opportunities to use operators that have way better recoil control. It's just, I don't know. That was an op that was fun that they kind of messed up, and I think that's where they're going. Let's see what they did with Jackal. So for Jackal, that's more or less the same, going down from 30 plus 1 in his magazine to 25 plus 1. It's also, they're reducing the damage from 242 from 46. Jackal's already banned in a lot of my games. I'm in high gold, low plat lobbies, so a lot of times it's Jackal that gets banned. So he's barely ever in there, and now when he is in there, his gun's going to be that much worse. But it doesn't look like they added any more recoil to his gun, so it's still a pretty steady, stable gun. I just don't understand what the whole game plan is. Like, are we going to be out here running around with like 19 round mags in a little bit? You know what I mean? Like, the Roni's going to be an extended magazine type of gun. Like, it's just wild. At that point, just give us all DMRs and we'll call it a day. But that's what they're doing. Hopefully they reverse this change or don't put it into effect. Because like I said, for the times that I do get to use Jackal, I really like his gun. And I think 30 is the standard magazine capacity for a lot of guns. So I don't really see why they would want to change it. Have all these weird, like this one has 26, this one has 24, this one has 25. Like, just make it 30 and we'll call it a day. Because I know a lot of these magazines, they have variants that have 30 rounds, so it's not like it's this far-fetched idea. And we're not asking for like 30 round pistols, even though we have some of those, like that CZ7 or whatever it is. Just make it so that these guns that we're used to have the same amount of rounds they used to, and stop just going crazy with the recoil. Like, adding more recoil doesn't necessarily fix an operator. You know what I mean? I think the goal overall is just to deter people from picking that person, maybe to influence the ban. So, you know, if their recoil sucks, or if we do this, this, and this, people will pick them less, right? I think that's more or less what they're trying to go for. And it's working. I think they definitely have needed to address Jaeger for a while. But that's the dance that they gotta play, and that's what they gotta figure out, is how to still make playing Jaeger fun but still balance the game. So that's, like I said, that's the dance they gotta play. So that, to me, it's just, I can look at it when it's all said and done and be like, yeah, he's not more fun compared to how he used to be, or yeah, Ash isn't more fun, or Twitch isn't more fun. Buck's gotten more fun though, so it's not all bad. The last couple patches have kind of, you know, increased me picking Buck a little bit. They reduced his recoil, made it a little bit more manageable. Last two changes I want to talk about, DMRs. So DMRs are now losing access to 1x scopes, and they're gaining access to 1.5, 2x, and 2.5, which is the traditional ACOG, and 3 is their default option. So I want to say last season they gave all the DMRs 3 times sight, so that was pretty cool. Thermite is losing his claymore, going to smoke grenades. It's not the end of the world. They really want Thermite to be that bomb carrier type player, and with the smoke grenades, it makes a little bit more sense. But it was always nice to have an extra claymore on hand to kind of watch flank, or for whatever reason cover jump outs while you're trying to thermite a wall. But it's not the end of the world, especially with a Rooney. Maybe you could throw your smoke through now and get through that Syria gate, and then actually be able to walk in without taking damage. To kind of throw off, maybe you blow a wall for distraction, and then you throw that through the Syria gate, walk in, plant. I could see it being more useful than not. It's just the other changes that I'm not really a fan of per se. But let me know what you all think about some of these changes that are proposed, and what the changes that they made so far have done to your experience inside of Rainbow Six. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Y'all be easy.
About to.
We're trying to push in. We're joining my side.
Oh, you need backup?
You have a drone somewhere?
Shit, I'm watching.
Drone gone.
Who's watching behind us?
You're gonna drop that. That was Ash, we got DP Ash.
Push it, boys.
I was full blind on that kill. I got an invite just now. From Valiant. Can't see that man's name.